Hey, Pazan!
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Flawless Life, and in this video we're gonna do a review of one of my favorite movies, Money Talks, with Chris Tucker, Charlie Sheen, Heather Locklear, and Paul Savino. So it starts off with Franklin Hatchett. He works at a car wash. He sells tickets on the side, basketball tickets, concert tickets, Phantom of the Opera. And then Charlie Sheen pulls up. He plays James Russell. He says he wants to interview Franklin, but what he really wants to do is expose him to the people for ripping them off. So Franklin gets on TV and he's cussing, he's wilding, he's cussing live on the air.
I'm a businessman, man. What the fuck you think going on? I'm trying to come up, man.
So Charlie Sheen shuts the whole interview down. Then this gangster mob looking dude pulls up and he's pressing Franklin about some money he owes him. And then the cops pull up and arrest Franklin because Charlie Sheen done told on him. So later on during a prison transport, the bus blows up by this French dude and his henchmen. They kill some cops to break this other French guy out of jail, and they all escaped in a helicopter along with Franklin. Then they started talking about some diamonds that's hidden in a car that's worth $15 million.
15 million?
And then Franklin does some mathematics.
We'll split it 3 ways. 7 for me, 7 for you, and you get whatever left over, man, because you've been tripping ever since I met you, man, for real.
So they get fed up of Franklin and decides to kill him, but he escapes. So now the whole police force is after Franklin and this French guy, calling them cop killers. So Franklin calls up Charlie Sheen to get some payback, but Charlie Sheen decides to help him hide out for the weekend so he can go live and tell his side of the story on Monday. So they both go to Charlie Sheen's rehearsal dinner, and Franklin meets his future father-in-law and his fine-ass fiancée.
Fat.
Then he calls his girl and she's flipping out because he's all over the news, and of course she thinks he's cheating.
I'm wanted for murder, I ain't got time to get no pussy. What?
So they go to see Franklin's girl and she starts going in on both of them.
What's up with the hair and that suit? I mean, you look like you just stepped out of a casket.
I'm James Russell, Channel 12 News.
The weatherman, what are you doing with him?
Yo, she was a trip. And then the cop shows up because they had the phone tapped, but they escaped. Franklin realizes he needs some hardware, so he goes to see Aaron. He's a drug dealer slash pimp slash gun runner entrepreneur, and they get strapped up. Now Charlie Sheen is wanted by the cops too because he got seen hanging out with Franklin, and his face is all over the news as well. And then Franklin reads in the newspaper that there's a car auction going down, and he remembered that the French dudes were talking about diamonds hidden in a car, so he convinces Charlie Sheen's father-in-law to go to the auction. So while at the auction, Franklin sees the French guys bidding on the car that the diamonds are in, but Franklin outbids them and wins the car. And then he finds the diamonds that was hidden in the dashboard of the car. The French guys ended up kidnapping Charlie Sheen to exchange him for the diamonds. So they meet up at this stadium to make their exchange, and Franklin called up the mob gangster looking dude he owed the money to, saying he's gonna pay him back with diamonds. So this resulted in a big shootout with the cops, the French guys, even Aaron pulled up, but when Franklin realizes he's outnumbered, he decides the diamonds isn't worth it and he gives up. So he threw all the diamonds in the air, and Frenchie gives up also, and he tries to make a run for it, but he dies in the helicopter. And now we're at Charlie Sheen's wedding, and Franklin is the best man, and he gives Charlie Sheen a ring with a bunch of diamonds in it, revealing that Franklin of course kept some diamonds for himself. So that was my review of Money Talks. Please subscribe for more videos, comment, I appreciate your feedback, and of course slap the like button. And thank you for watching.
I will slap you, man. I will slap the hell out of you. You don't play with me. You don't know who you're messing with. I don't even know when I'm gonna slap somebody. My reflex is just slap people.